Hey guys, welcome back.
Hey, it's Dali con Pique.
Here we are with another episode.
Oh, sorry. Already interrupted.
Getting hit up. Today our episode is going to be about hanging with negativity, having negativity in your life.
Yes, which we all have negativity in our lives. Sometimes we're negative as fuck.
Everybody.
And it's just something, you grow up and you realize whether you want it or you don't want it or how much
of it you want to let
your
life.
Yeah, how much you want it to let consume your life.
Right.
In a sense, because no matter what, if there's good, there's going to be bad.
Right.
In moods, in life. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
It does. I looked up the definition of the word of someone who's negative, and it just says someone who has a pessimistic attitude that always expects the worst. So we don't want those type of energy. We don't want that type of energy or those type of people in our lives.
Yeah, it's pretty much like bad vibes. Y'all know bad vibes. Like, your vibe attracts your tribe.
Right. That's a good one. Your vibe attracts your tribe.
I love seeing that. When people, wear the shirts, your vibe attracts your tribe. I'm like, yes, bitch.
That's so true.
You right?
Tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are. Mm-hmm. You know that saying,
that's another good one.
The, what was the other one we were just talking about? The feathers of a bird flock together.
No, birds of a feather.
Birds of a feather?
Flock together.
That don't sound right. Birds of a feather?
I'm pretty sure it's birds of a feather flock together. I don't know.
It does. I thought it was that too, and that's why I was like, two feathers of a bird.
Feathers. Two feathers of a bird flock together.
Totally made my own.
You know what we're talking about. Bad vibe. The vibes. The energy.
Yeah, but I think that's so true when they tell you, like tell me who you are, tell me who your friends are, and I'll let you know who you are.
Yeah.
Because, I mean...
And I used to, growing up, I used to be like, whatever, I'm not them.
Right.
I'm my own
different.
person.
Right. I'm different. And that's what I was thinking about, too, because some people have their own, because you could be in a group of people and you be completely different, but you relate to certain people. And I think that's how, I want to say I do that. I'm very good at adjusting to different groups of people. Mm-hmm. So, I get along with a lot of people because of that.
Yeah.
But then, I'll have all my friends, so-called friends or people, associates that I know, and they won't like each other.
Yeah.
But I can get along with all of them. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know if it's that's just because I'm good at adjusting to different things or, because I feel like certain people turn on certain switches of who I am. Different parts of me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see that.
It's not... Because some people will be like, well, you can't be friends with everyone. You got to be fake with somebody. That has to be the... You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At my job, I have different groups of friends, but some of them don't get along with each other. So it's how are you getting along with this person and this person? It's because this person I can do this with, and this person I can do this with. You know what I'm saying? So it's
it's your personality.
Yeah.
And that kind
it's
of
not that I'm being fake or I'm not being myself. It's just different parts of myself are brought out with different people.
Right.
So.
Right.
So I'm getting confused.
That's good, though. That's a good thing to have. I don't feel like I have that much. I feel like I get along with everyone. But as far as, I'm just very big on, and it's selfish of me to say it, but I'm very big on, preserving my energy and, who I spend my time with. I'm very big on,
But we had that episode. Oh, man, I forgot which episode it was. But we talked about how different people are going through different things. And, I've related to a lot of different people because I'm more understanding of their story. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's
And me too. Mm-hmm. But I can relate to them. But, at the end of the day, I don't make... how you can hang out with them, outside. If your work friends, for example.
Right.
We're going to hang out. We're going to do this. And I used to be like that. And I don't know what changed. I'm just we're cool. And when we're at work or when we're out and I see you out, we're cool as fuck. But
remember we were talking about earlier how friendships are great to have. And creating new friends is awesome. Having new friends is awesome. But it takes a lot of work to upkeep with a lot of friends. Mm-hmm. You have your few and then, life already is consuming as it is. With work, with whatever. Me being a mom, just different things in your life. Mm-hmm. And then to have friends and... make time for them, but if you have 500 friends, that's your life.
Yeah, it
you know
is,
what I'm saying?
So, it sounds exhausting.
Yeah, it pretty much is. And me and Dali have always had small circles. We've never exceeded 5.
Yeah, for real.
But we've always been okay with that, it wasn't a big issue. I think just because of the fact that we grew up together and it was just us two for so long.
Yeah. And we've always had many acquaintances. Like,
right.
All right, we're cool with you. Like, you're going to invite us out. We're going to show up.
Right.
You know?
We'll show our face.
Yeah, something like that. But.
Like, we show love.
Yeah.
But, you know.
It's just like that.
We just don't fuck with everybody's like that sometimes.
Right. And I don't know why it is. I feel like it's I don't know. Because I used to. Remember when you were coming to visit? I was always.
At a party or doing something.
Going out. And I was like socializing so much that I think.
Maybe.
I drained myself a little bit mentally that I'm like, I need to like.
Step away.
Step back and just get some
But you know,
time
you get over it sometimes. Because I feel like they have that saying too that some people are meant to be in your life for certain reasons. Maybe not forever.
Or for a season.
Right.
Yeah.
People are meant to be in your life for a season. And I believe that 100%. Because not everyone... Like, I still have old friends from back home. And I check in on them every once in a while, you know. But it's not like what it used to be. Like, oh, yeah, them summers we were hanging out heavy, you know. And, like, it was like, okay, yeah, cool. But especially for me, a lot of shit changed because I had a baby. But, I mean, you know, you kind of see who your true friends are anyways after high school. Throughout time period. Yeah. And I feel like me and Dali graduated with the same amount of friends, 5.
5 friends.
See, it was never like, for a lot of people, it was hard for them to adjust, especially out of high school, because a lot of people were more popular, and then they're like, oh my God, I have no friends. I knew everybody, you know, and it was like, no, bitch, you only had 2 real friends. The other people just went to school with, you know.
Yeah.
You see these people every day, so it's like, it's habit, it's routine. So, like, you're not thinking about what it would be like without them until you're without them. So then you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get back to our topic, negativity.
When you're hanging around all the people, all the people we're just talking about. And I've said this before in a lot of episodes that energy is very contagious, and somebody's their vibe, their energy. It rubs off on you whether you want it to or not. You start picking up the other person's habits. And when you're hanging around somebody that's just constantly looking at the negatives of something and constantly making themselves a victim and this and that.
And it's so easy to do that.
You find right. But
Feel
then
bad
like
for me.
a little bit down the line you start to see yourself doing the same thing and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Unless like I don't know, if you don't have a strong sense of the concept of like I'm attracting who I hang around with is like affecting
who I'm becoming,
me.
right.
Yeah.
If you can't step
you get
back
swallowed
and see
into that and then you become negative and that's just draining. Yeah. Being negative is so draining. I was taking a walk actually right before this. I was giving my dog a walk and I was just like so happy, like so at peace, so content. And I was like, oh my God. And I really think that has a lot to do with who I decide to let around me. Because I feel like I'm a big like empath. So people's problems, I make them my problems.
Right.
And I let them affect me. So I like I hear all these people's stuff and you know, when it's not always good, it like starts to affect me.
Yeah.
And I think I've not that I've learned, I haven't mastered it, but I'm starting to come to terms with I can feel for other people, but I can like still live my life
and not let it
in
affect
my
yours.
lane and still be very content with the way my life is going and not you know
and not worrying about other people.
Yeah,
because you're definitely go-to person for a lot of stuff. If people need something like Dali, I need
I know,
this
and I've always been the one like we're gonna figure it out. Okay, let's lay it out. Let me. And, you know, you know for sure. Like with my family and stuff, I used to let it like affect my health. I'm like
stressed out and shit.
Stressed out, and like now I'm just like
it's time to more. And not that you're not focusing on your family because you've helped them a lot, but it's like. When do I focus on me all the time, you know?
Right. And
instead of making other people like, oh, can you do this and this and that for me? And it's like, oh, but I have plans that day. Okay, I'll drop my plans. I'll help you.
I'll figure it out. I'll rearrange some stuff. Right. That used to be me. But don't worry, I'll figure it out.
Right.
And they used to be like, all right, bet.
Right.
You know?
And not a lot of people have that mentality to be like, well, do you have anything going on? It's more like, hey, I got this and this and that. Can you help me? You know what I'm saying? So, like, some people don't have that mentality to do that or to think about that. I don't want to say it's them being selfish, but
it's their way of thinking, I think. I feel like I run into a lot of people that always make things about them. Mm-hmm. And that's like one of the most frustrating things for me. Like, everything is about them. Everything. Like, I'd be telling them a story about me, and I don't open up to a lot of people about like my personal issues. So if I do, and then your response to it is, oh yeah, I went through the same thing, and oh my God, you'll never guess what happened to me, and this and that, and you just completely disregard everything I've just said
because your story's better,
because your experience was better than what I just said.
We have someone that we work with that's like that. Dude, and I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yes, girl. Yes, girl.
And it's like you can tell her a story, and you can be the happiest person telling a story, and then they'll be like, oh well, in my life this and this went on, and it was like, you know, some story that's 10 times better.
You notice like when this specific person, I hate to like be on the podcast talking shit, but like we're gonna talk some shit because this specific person, I'll find myself talking to her about something, and she's just completely spaced out. She's not even listening to what she doesn't care. She's not caring until it's time for her to speak, and she can speak about herself.
Right.
And I'm like,
do you even care what's going on in anyone else's life? Right. I'm not trying to hear. You're not trying to hear mine. I'm not trying to hear.
Right. I gotta go, and I have to learn. I feel that's what I've been thinking about lately. I feel like with this episode in particular, because it's been kind of hard for us to, for whatever reason, we've been running into technical difficulties trying to record this episode. And so I'm like, let me reflect on what I want to say. And I come to realize, like, I was very much allowing myself, even when I saw that they're negative people and it's negative situations, I still allow myself to be in those situations because I'm trying to help the other person.
Right.
Or I'm trying to see the good in it.
But if it's bringing you down,
and then in the long run, I'm like, well, now I have anxiety and I have all this crazy shit.
I've learned to like, because you know you have your girlfriends and stuff like that. It's kind of like a situation like that where, you know, your girlfriend, and this has happened between me. I just any girls in general, when you have like a best friend or whatever, and you're like, let me give you this advice, and then they don't take it, and you're like, this bitch. She didn't even, what did I say that for? You know what I'm saying? But it's like when you get older, you kind of learn to be like, okay, I'll give her this advice. It's on her to take it or not.
Right.
And that's it. I'm not going to stress on it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. I guess it's the same way with just.
Yeah. And because we're good people and we want to help people, we feel like, bitch, I gave you my advice. Like, I want to help you.
Yeah.
You're not helping yourself. But no, really, you're just not taking my advice, and I need to shut the fuck up.
I gave you my point of view on it. I gave you my 2 cents. Now,
right.
What's up? We'll see what's up.
And I feel like to, what was I gonna say? Something I wanted to bring up. Oh, something I really wanted to bring up is to, it's good to remind ourselves that we are like having a human experience. We're here on earth to have an experience. And as we get older, we get to decide for ourselves. You know, when we're younger, our parents are kind of making all the decisions for us. Our teachers are making the decisions for us, how we're having these experiences, how we're going to take all these experiences in. We're getting older to where we get to decide how we want to live our life here on earth. Because we only get this one life, unless you believe in reincarnation. But even then, you know.
Right.
This one life that we have right now, this moment is all we have. So we get to decide, do I want to make it a happy, positive life or an experience for myself? Or do I want to live right now in this moment, like sad and negativity, depressed,
self-pity, all of that.
Right. And like, when you're just, it's, I don't know.
I think that anyone would want to choose happiness, of course. It's always easier said than done, but if you want to make that your goal, you make it your goal and get it done. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
it's definitely easier said than done.
Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be things in life that cause you to be negative, you know? So, like, you just have to take it with how, like, I love when I meet people who are like, okay, they don't even stress about, if something bad happens, they don't even stress on it. They're like, okay, well, we'll figure it out. They're real positive about it. And I'm like, what? Pulling my hair out, you know, like going crazy over the same situation. And I'm like, damn, I stressed like that for it to be okay. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it isn't okay. The situations aren't okay. And then that causes you to be more negative, you know? Right. What's that saying? There's another day or the brighter day. I forgot how it goes. But just there's another day. There's a new day coming.
Yeah.
So, like, always remember that, too.
And I feel, with growing up, it's like you start to learn things may not always work out the way that you want them to work out, but they're working out the way it's supposed to work out.
Right.
So you see like a bad situation and like in that moment you're like, my life is over. This is the worst shit ever. Oh my God, I'm fucking pissed. But like it's good to have that mentality like, wait a minute, this is happening for a reason. I need to step back. And to be grateful, like let me step back and to like be grateful for everything else I have around me. I still can, breathe in some oxygen.
Right.
I still can go get some water or some food or something, like.
Right.
I feel like it's so easy
positive.
to get consumed in like the bad that's going on in your life.
Yeah, it really is though.
Yeah, because
life is stressful.
Yeah.
Adulting is stressful sometimes. So
but I feel like if you want it, I mean, of course it's stressful, but like for some situations, it doesn't need to be, it's all a mentality thing. Like, you can think, oh my God, I got my fucking Tico bill and now I got to pay electric. I got to pay my electric bill now.
Right. Or you can
on top of everything else. Or you can look at the bill and be like, okay, let me pay this. Because thank you for another month of electricity because that would fucking suck. What would really fucking suck is no electricity over this bill. Because imagine no electricity, no water. I would rather pay bills and and like, whatever and have my shit to where I'm living a comfortable life. Right.
And if you're struggling, I mean, there's that too because there's some people who do have the lights turned out and the water shut off and they're trying to figure it out too, So like, try not to stress on it. Just try to find a way to make that more money. There's tons of jobs out there. There's tons of little jobs. There's just temp agencies. Like,
you could sell your body. No, I'm just kidding.
Prostitution, stripping,
Hey.
Not the same thing. But
I found out how much a stripper made.
Dude.
Shit.
I think, that meme that's like, after this paycheck, I might just fuck around and go be a stripper.
Right, dude. If I had the confidence and like, I didn't really care about my image like that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, busted wide open.
See, and some bitches don't. They're just like, I'm getting my money. I don't give a fuck.
Right. They don't care.
I wish I thought like that.
Dude, the first strip club I ever went to, ratchet ass strip club in Ybor.
You showed me.
Girl, if you're in the Tampa area, you probably know it's Skins strip club. It's like a little square building. It's like so sketch. It's so sketchy. And we went in, and on the way there, we were, like, joking about how, when you go into those ratchet strip clubs, there's, like, the C-section scar from the strippers have the scars from the... Girl, we walk in.
And one of them had
all you saw was C-section. I'm like, oh, my God, we're in a ratchet strip club.
Oh, my God.
Then me and Madison had to use the bathroom. Only one girl's bathroom, and the strippers shared the bathroom. Like, it was connected to the dressing room.
What the hell?
Girl, so we're in there with the damn strippers.
Using the bathroom?
Using the bathroom.
They could see you and shit?
No. It was like stalls.
Oh,
but they're in the bathroom, like, putting makeup on, getting ready, half naked.
They didn't even have their own little back room
excuse
or
me.
something. Damn.
You guys did great out there.
Excuse me, can I wash my hands? Like,
there's like razors, like, not like razor blades on the little counters. Not even like razors to shave. Not like that. They were like legit little razor blades on the counter. Oh my
God.
We are still going to stay.
We're in here.
We paid to be in here. We're getting to dance, bitch.
Oh my God. That's so
But it was
funny.
a good time. But yeah, what else did we want to say today?
Well,
I don't know how we got to strippers. My bad.
Strip clubs. I don't know. Well, our sticky situation just talks about what you would do when your friend's energy and life start to affect yours. What would you do? Would you cut them off?
I would tell them first.
To see if they'll change?
I mean, it wouldn't be fair to, like, completely just cut off. And
I'm cutting you off because you're bad vibes, bad energy.
Bye. I would definitely say, like, look, I think, like...
something needs to change.
Right.
What's going on with you, That's also, with understanding where people come from, but also trying to impact them in a positive way so they come out of that positive, I think that's also great, too.
That's such a hard thing, though, because, like, you want to impact somebody and you want to be positive for them, but you don't want it to affect you.
Right.
Because I've had friends, you know this person, they used to work at the job actually too. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to be that positive person in his life. And I wanted to, you know, be a good friend to him. But he was just like coming at me with everything. Like, it was bringing me down.
Yeah, no.
And I had to be like, look, like, you need to get some help. Like, you need to get some help. I can't help you.
Over the top.
The way that you think I can help you.
I was surprised our job kept him as long as they did because he was so, not even invested. I was like about to say invested in his life. He was so in his emotions. He acted on them irrationally. And it was like...
And it's sad because, like, when you don't know how to deal with your emotions and that's all you know, it's sad to see in a person. Like, you feel for them.
Especially a grown person, because you're like, damn, I know you see how you're acting.
Right. Yeah.
What's up?
You have to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
I feel bad. Like, and that's why it's so hard. Like, you want to be a good friend, but you have to know when to, like, detach yourself.
But I think that also, like, I don't know. That also comes with having the 3 friends, because of situations like that, I feel like. And then it was sad because I know he didn't have a lot of friends.
Right.
And like...
And when we would hang out and he was good, it was a good time. I never had a bad time when he was like...
He was straight.
He was good, you know? But it was like those downs were like super downs. And he would like pull me in with him.
Yeah.
And like get me
But
involved.
I think that also links with mental illness too and things like that too. And like, how do you deal with... And that's a good little subject right there. How do you deal with someone who has a mental illness and you want to help them as a friend?
And you know, you would think I'm in school. Well, not this semester or whatever, but I'm in school right now. For psychology, and you know, I want to work with all that. Even when I was in school for nursing, for whatever reason, I wanted to be a nurse in a psychiatric hospital because I want. Not necessarily that I want to pick your brain, but I want to understand where you're coming from. Mm-hmm. And I want to, like, help you. And, you know, but I don't know. It's just so hard. Like, how do you...
I would love to see you in a place like that, doing something like that. Because it's hard, man. For me, I'm, like, really bad with, what is it called?
Like, being there for someone kind of thing? Or, like...
Yeah, like, I'm bad when, like, someone's crying. I'm like, oh, what do I do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're so like I'm just like... awkward turtle.
Yeah, I really am when it comes to something like that. So when it comes to someone where you can't help them, like, you can understand them, but then you can't help them, I'd be like, ooh. Like, I understand your situation, but damn. Like,
yeah, it's hard. And I'm always like, I know that's what I want to do, but I don't know how to do that yet. I feel like I get myself so attached to these people.
Right. And I think that's the thing, because how do you not get attached to people as a psychologist or...
Right. And then how we were saying, like, if they don't take the advice and they're not willing to help themselves, then it gets frustrating on you.
Right.
Then you're like, I'm trying to help you and you're not trying to help yourself. And then it's affecting my mental health. And, like, I had a lot of people tell me, oh, maybe you should be a counselor and, like, in a rehab or whatever, because you're familiar. Like, you know, they say to, when you're picking a career, it's you should probably consider a career in something that you've been through in your life, because you could relate to it so much. So they were like, yeah, if you can be a counselor in a rehab, because I wasn't in rehab, but not saying I was in rehab. Yeah. But my father was in rehab for a lot, like in and out. So, and I thought about it because I'm like, I think I would be good at that.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, no, because I don't want to be reminded of everything like that. I don't want to be reminded of everything I went through, and I don't want to see these people just waste their life away.
Right.
That's like negative to me. It's draining
me trying to help
me.
them. Right.
So
it could be. I could see I could see your point of view of it.
Yeah, like be coming home every night drinking wine.
Mm-hmm.
Mick Ultras.
Couple shots.
I'll be in rehab next.
Look, it would be that's so funny.
It's draining. Like, I give it up to people like that have to
deal with that.
That help
others
with mental illnesses and stuff. Like, I really want to do that, but I can't detach myself
from that,
from their
and then
emotions.
you know how you're not supposed to take your work home. Like
I would take all that shit home, like packing in a suitcase.
You're coming with me,
right? I'd be in the mental institution, like, come on, you don't have to live this life. Come on, I'll take you home. I have a spare bedroom.
For real,
it's crazy. So that's a hard thing. What would you say to somebody?
Ooh, I don't know, like.
Or would you say anything?
I feel like I'm like you in a way. Like, if I get sucked in it, I'm going to be like, oh my God, how can I help? I feel bad. You know, like, I feel like I'm that way too. But that's why I just, like, don't even hang out with nobody, really.
If you hang out with no one, you don't got to deal with it. That's
why I'm like, okay, let's just, you know. Yeah, you really don't, though. If you're to yourself and you're only worried about yourself, like, you don't have to worry about other people. Like, I feel like a text here and there is cool to check in on people. Every once in a while, hang out. But, like, I keep my distance for the most part from people. Like, I mean, I see you a lot, of course. You're my day one, but yeah, because, you know, I will let other people's lives affect mine. And I used to do that all the time when I was younger, and I was like, no. Like, I remember one time, this is just a petty example, but like, I had an aunt. Okay, so I went to go pick up a cousin, and I had an aunt who was like, hey, can you take me down the street? You know, and then she had her baby with her. So I was like, oh, yeah, I got to take you, you know. I'll take you and the baby. Then she was like, hey, can you come here? Can you go there? Can you go there? Wasted a lot of my fucking gas. And I was like damn near empty. And I didn't have the money to put more gas in my car. Do you think she offered gas for my car? See, I put myself in that situation to help her, but she wasn't thinking about helping me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, if you got it and you can, cool, no big deal. But if I ain't got it and you're just worried about yourself,
right?
Look, baby, it is just not gonna happen, you know? So, like, especially, like, when I first got my car, I was always like, hey, you need a ride? Yeah, let's go, you know? And now I'm like, you ain't got a car? Damn.
Sucks. Bye.
Because then and that's the thing, though, you become friends with people and they get like, just in general, they get in these habits of being like, oh, that's my friend, let me ask her for a favor. And if you're that yes man or yes woman in our case, they're always going to go to you. And I'm not going to start that cycle of doing that. No, right. I'm not.
And that's where it comes, like, pick your friends, like, choose your tribe very wisely.
Yes.
Because I know for a fact, I mean, I've had people like that in my life, but I know for a fact you wouldn't do that. I know Madison wouldn't do that. Right. Any of my friends that I have right now, I know they wouldn't be on that petty shit.
Yeah.
And that's why they're still my friends, I feel like.
Right. I feel like when you have friends, they need to consider what you got going on. So, like, if Dali's been driving, like, I didn't have a car for a little while. And Dali was always driving, picking me up, and I was like, here's gas money. Here, you know, take this. And, of course, she was always like, no. But I always sneak it to her or something, you know, because, like, she has to deal with her car too, you know? Like, I always say, like, if your car were to mess up, who's the one fixing it? You are. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? These are just examples, but, like, it can relate to life too, you know? So, I don't know. I think I just keep my distance for the most part. Like, if I feel I want to hang out, we'll hang out, you know? I have my couple of friends that I feel are great, you know? I have a friend that used to work with us, Deja.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Deja. And I love her. Like, we text every once in a while. Like, she has kids. I have a kid. She's a little older than me, but, like...
You guys clicked.
Yeah. And, like, we have that mentality, like, hey, we'll check in every once in a while, and we'll see each other once in a while. We know we have lives going on. That's cool. We're cool. We're good, you know? So, like, I just think that that's how all friendships should be. You have your own life, you know, and some people get mad, like, you're not a good friend, you're not this and this and that. It's not even the case, you know, it's just, like, you got to be understanding. People got their own shit going on, like, some people aren't. That's the negativity that's got to get cut out.
Yeah.
I don't need you telling me about that.
Yeah.
Our Adulting 101 is to know that you should protect your energy and make sure to keep the positive people in your circle. Negativity is contagious. Very.
It's like the coronavirus.
I just about to say that. Exactly like the coronavirus.
Wear a mask when you're hanging out with the haters. Why did you like the haters?
We're going to be at work with that mask.
I know. Blacking out the haters.
What can I get you?
Excuse me, ma'am, but if you didn't know, your vibe attracts your tribe. So, no, but it's true, man. Like, it took me a while to realize that other people's shit could affect me.
It does take a while to learn that, though. Like, it's just, I think that's something everybody needs to go through. People can tell you, like, your parents can tell you, don't do this, don't do that, but you ain't learning shit till it happens to you.
And then on the positive side, people that you do hang around with that are good influence and that are doing, you know, that are very positive, that influences you too. And that takes a toll on your mood too. Like, if I surround myself with people that are thinking highly of themselves, thinking highly of others, being positive, you know, speaking, you know, are into the same things that you are, or like,
for sure.
And you know, stuff like that, you start to feel different, and you start to love your life a little bit. You know, you like to be around. I definitely
can say that you've been a good friend with that too, because you've always been a really good friend. But like when it comes to like, bitch, know your worth type of thing, you know.
Sometimes I think I'm being like mad aggressive. Like, no, you don't need to do that.
See, but the thing is, though, you can either take it bad or you can just be like, you're right. You know, like, I feel like with you, I'm comfortable being like, I'm wrong, you're right. You know, like, you're right. I'm wrong with this one. I can, like, admit my wrong, but, like, it's great because when I notice that I'm wrong, I'll admit it, you know, and I'm not like...
You're very good at that.
Girl, but it's hard to change the shit. I can know I'm bad at some shit all day long, but doesn't mean I change the shit, you know? That's the thing that I'm working on. So, you know, have friends like that around you. And have friends that are willing to be open to hearing your constructive criticism, you know? Because some people take that as, you know, you're downing me, you're this and this and that. You can listen to it. Take it in, think about it, you know, because sometimes you need to self-reflect because you could be the negative one too. So just be aware of your friends, be aware of your actions and the way that you are. Be smart. Just have good vibes. Have the good vibes around you, you know. Try to make that a life goal. Seriously, because a lot of people probably listening to this can cut a lot of people out of their life because of that shit, you know. So just be wise. We wise, guys.
Have fun vibing out there in the world. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up. My ass has to get ready for my adult job.
Right.
I don't want to go.
Adult life.
But yeah, thank you for tuning in once again. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know the deal.
Yes. Thanks for supporting us, guys. See you later.